So Zombie Army 4 Dead War, the sequel to Zombie Army Trilogy, is going to be coming out in maybe a little over a week now, and I thought I'd do a quick video talking about all the new features in this Zombie Army game. Hey guys, this is Chris with B&B Gaming. Welcome back, and I hope you're doing awesome today. Thank you for taking the time to check out this video, and thank you for supporting me with your likes, your shares, your comments. Definitely appreciate it. Now to start out with, guys, what exactly is Zombie Army 4 Dead War? What kind of game is this? Basically, Zombie Army 4 is a third-person shooter that you can either play solo or with up to 3 other people in co-op. And as far as I know, they don't have split screen, so you're going to have to do it over Xbox Live, PSN, Steam, etc. Now, Zombie Army 4 is set in a alternate World War II kind of environment, where evidently it's 1946, so it's after Zombie Army Trilogy, and evidently at the end of that game, and I have played quite a bit of it, but I didn't finish it because I'll talk about that later. But anyways, at the end of that game, you send Hitler into hell, and in this game, he's evidently back, and he's brought some buddies with him, and they're new and improved and even nastier, I guess. Anyways, the bulk of Zombie Army 4 is going to be the story campaign, and they're promising that the levels are quite a bit bigger than they were in Zombie Army Trilogy. In addition, they also have a new and improved Horde mode in here. Now your next question might be, what exactly is new in Zombie Army 4 versus like Zombie Army Trilogy? So the really big chunk of new stuff in here is the progression system. Zombie Army 4 features over 100 levels of player progression, so you can, start at level 5 and go all the way to level 100. Along with this, the playable characters are going to feature traits. Now these aren't going to be major, strengths and weaknesses, but they are going to affect your gameplay a little bit. And they gave the example of June. Now here it says for June, the Brainbuster requires fewer kills to charge. Her sprinting cost takes less stamina, but her trade-off is she's going to have weaker melee. Zombie Army 4 also features a pretty in-depth perk system, so there's over 24 different perks that you can equip on your character. In addition, they have a deep weapon upgrade system. It also features 3 different supers/special attacks that you're going to be charging up during gameplay. It also has a new expanding Horde mode, so if you played Zombie Army Trilogy, and if you want to, it's actually, I believe, on Game Pass, so you could play that or Strange Brigade, another one of Rebellion's games. Essentially, in Zombie Army Trilogy, it was just a static location, and you basically survived as long as you could, and there really was no reward for doing it. In Zombie Army 4's Horde mode, it's actually going to unlock as you reach higher levels in the game, and just like Call of Duty Zombies, the new areas are going to allow you to purchase new, more powerful weapons and hopefully progress further in the game. Now, according to the different articles I read, at launch it's going to have 2 different Horde maps we can choose from. And I did notice that we are going to earn XP from each wave, so there's actually an incentive to play the Horde mode if you want to, rank up. In addition, I also noticed that they're going to have weekly challenges that are going to reward skins and XP bonuses. Now, your next question might be, what kind of replayability and progression does Zombie Army 4 Dead War offer? Now, as I said earlier, it has over 100 levels of player progression that you can go through, which is just the tip of the iceberg. So you might be wondering, what exactly are you going to unlock as you're leveling up? To start with, we have the perk slots. So as you level up in Zombie Army 4, you're actually going to unlock more and more perk slots, and at max you're going to be able to equip 5 perks at one time. Now, as far as the perks go, they actually have 24 different perks. So they have 12 offensive perks and 12 defensive perks that you can unlock. In addition, each perk has 3 different levels that you can upgrade to, and you're going to unlock these higher levels by actually using the perk. Now another part of progression is going to be the weapon mod system. And from this screenshot we can see that eventually we'll be able to actually equip 3 different mods on our weapon. Now another screenshot here we can see that there's actually 3 different tiers that we're going to work through to get the most powerful mods. Now another thing I noticed here is in the right hand corner it says that weapon mastery is not yet unlocked. Now they haven't talked about this yet, so I don't know if there's going to be another whole tier of perks that we work through for weapon mastery. It should be exciting to find out. Another level of progression is going to be the item mod slots. Here we can see that once they're unlocked, we can choose between A or B and have different effects on our items. Another thing to unlock are the new special melee attacks. Here we can see the machete, the divine hammer, the throwing fire axes, and the electric fist. In addition, as you level up, you're also going to unlock new takedown animations, which are kind of like a super that you can activate once you reach a ×10 multiplier, and this is going to actually allow you to instantly kill a zombie, but also gain some health back. And finally, they also reveal there's going to be cosmetics in Zombie Army 4, where we'll be able to switch our uniforms, our hats, our charms on our weapons, and they even have emotes. Now your next question might be, how deep is the gameplay? What kind of elements are we going to experience in Zombie Army 4 Dead War? To start with, it looks like there's 3 different specials / supers that we're going to be charging up at one time. So from the screenshot, we have the melee takedown, we have the special melee attack, and finally we have the special attack for whatever weapon we have equipped. So the long-range weapon are going to have a different special attack than, say, the shotguns or even the sidearm. Now another aspect of Zombie Army 4 are going to be the elite enemies, the elite zombies, and they've actually showed a couple off. Here we have the elite flamethrower, we have the, I don't know what he's called, the saw guy, we have the exploder dudes, and they actually added new enemies, zombie vehicles. So, you know, that should be interesting. Now, another element to gameplay in Zombie Army 4 is that they've added interactive traps in here. So if you played Strange Brigade, it's something that was a fundamental part of that game where they had different traps that you could activate and, you know, take out the mummy hordes or whatever. So players like that so much, so they brought that over to Zombie Army 4. So there's going to be, you know, different devices you can activate to, you know, cut through these different hordes. Another aspect of gameplay they talked about in Zombie Army 4 is that they've ramped up the sieges. So if you have played Zombie Army Trilogy, you know there are certain sequences in that game where they give you a certain amount of time to set up your defenses and then they send in the Horde. So they're taking that to a whole new level in Zombie Army 4. Now, you might be wondering what kind of future DLC plans they have for Zombie Army 4. So we can see from the Super Deluxe Edition that Zombie Army 4 does have a season pass, and it says that you're going to get 3 additional levels to experience blood-curdling new campaign missions for 1 to 4 players. It's going to have 4 character packs. Zombie Army 4 is going to have 9 weapon bundles, And it says the weapon bundles include new weapons, charms, skins, and more. They're also going to be adding 5 weapon skin packs where you can customize your weapons with effects ranging from wrapping paper to hot lava. And finally, it says that you can get 4 character outfit bundles that you can dress up your characters with new outfits and hats. Because who doesn't need a great hat when you're slaying zombies? So from what it says here, it looks like they do have a lot of content planned for the game. As I read through this again, I'm thinking, man, 9 weapons, that is a lot of additional weapons. So Zombie Army 4 Dead War does feature a pre-order bonus, and they call it the Undead Airmen. Now, as far as I could find, they don't actually have a picture of the traits or anything like that, so we don't know if there's going to be any special features to the Undead Airmen other than being a zombie. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Is this a game that you might be picking up? Are you going to pre-order it? Are you going to wait for reviews? Are you going to wait for the bargain bin? Let me know what you think. For me, I'm definitely going to be pre-ordering this game just because, 1, I don't really have another game I'm playing right now, and 2, I actually do like Zombie Army Trilogy quite a bit. One of the flaws with that game, or one of the reasons I stopped playing, is it really doesn't have any progression to it. There's really no reason to keep playing it. That, and they never really tuned the weapons very well in that game, so you're kind of stuck using like the meta or the best in class weapons all the time. So hopefully with Zombie Army 4 they do tune it a little better, take the community feedback as we get it in our hands, and let them know, this pistol's garbage, or this pistol's OP or whatever, and they can adjust things as we're going forward here. In addition to that, I also did buy Strange Brigade last year, and that game was a lot of fun, but again, the progression there was some there, but it wasn't very deep. Now with Zombie Army 4, I do think they've put a lot of time and effort into making sure the progression is really good. Now, will I be playing this game for 6 months straight, or will anybody? I kind of doubt that, but I do think for $50-$60, I think we're going to get a lot of game.